A very warm welcome to each and everyone. We all know that media has a powerful presence in our lives, and this sector is one of the fastest growing sectors in India. It offers multiple career options that include radio, television, anchoring, advertising, audio engineering, script writing, and many more. And not to forget the upcoming OTT platforms. To understand this in detail, we have with us Professor Dr. Aparna Khare ma'am. She is the Associate Professor for Media and Entertainment Program at Bellinger, and she holds a PhD degree in management along with an MBA degree in marketing. She has an industry experience of more than 15 years. I welcome you, ma'am, and would like to request you to guide us about the media and entertainment industry and the program offered at Peaceful.
Thank you, Mr. Puneet. Thank you for this lovely introduction. And hello, everyone. Today, on behalf of V School, I would like to give you a warm welcome for being a part of this session. And I would like to give you some instances, some glimpses, and some, information about how this industry is all about. Before that, can I do a quick check? Am I audible properly to everyone? Puneet, if you can confirm. Puneet?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
You're audible, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. So I'll take you through a small presentation where I like to show to you that, in fact, it's just a discussion we'll do. And I like to discuss with you that what is the entire media industry is all about. And if just please confirm someone, Puneet, if you can, or someone else, that if the slide is visible.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Right. So when I'm talking about media industry, as my first slide indicates, there's like a lot of jumble out over here. Like we see something popping up as a television, something is talking about subscription, something is talking about media sector, something is being talked about growth. So let's pick up the word growth from here. Every industry, everyone wishes to grow. Who doesn't wish to grow in their life, And that's where we all aspire to. So if you're looking at a future education, the entire objective of future education is learning, and learning leads to growth. So this is what the entire industry is all about. It's growing. So I would like to show you a media paradox where more is equal to less. Where more is equal to less means today, in today's time, we are bombarded with lots and lots of media related things. Like we listen to music, we don't remember last 15 minutes later that what last 15 minutes we were listening to, how many songs we heard of, which movies we watched in last 20 days, how many web series we were connected with, how many apps we were watching web series and content. On the internet, what was the last page? So we're getting information from movies, entertainment from movies, music from in the form of internet, music from various movies and from other places. Internet is giving us lots and lots of content. We receive lots and lots of emails and all. And radio is talking about it, television is talking about, everyone is, a lot of word of mouth happens. Your next door neighbor, your friend keeps telling you, why don't you check out this brand? Why don't you watch that series? So what is happening is we're getting lots and lots of as more. But at the same time, that more becomes little less. Why this more becomes little less? Because we live in a typically proliferated world where there's so much of excess is there that we are not able to focus. And that's where we are in today's media paradox, where it leaves us very less time and attention to attend truly the most important information, and that hinders our communication. And when we talk about the communication, let's not ignore the communication diagram, which talks about there is a sender, there is a receiver. Between the sender and receiver, there is a medium, which is called an encoding medium. So your movies, your news, your internet, your email, or your radio, your television, every aspect is an encoding medium. They send us information, various formats of information. Knowledge we get, that is gyan we get, entertainment we get, fun we get, a lot of infotainment we get. What happens is at some time it produces noise. That noise means something which is not connected with us. We don't understand it, or or we don't comprehend it, we decipher it. And so we as media people are the ones who help the rest of the people, the entire world, to understand that we will sort this out, make sure that our programs, our products, be it a newspaper as a product, be it television as a product, be it an internet as a product, help people understand, comprehend media in the most effective way. Because in a common man is actually having very less time and attention to pay to the medium. So this is what a common man looks like. This is what a common man is, full of content and content. So that's where a common man is. He's with television, he's with out of the home, he's with magazines, he's with mailers, he's with cinema, infomercials, transit media, hoardings, wherever you go, there is a medium. And that's so nice, actually. I should not say it's not nice. It's very nice because we are giving a series of content to the person, to a common person. So Indian media industry is actually, so can we avoid media really in our life? Actually, no. So if you want, you can put things in chat. So I personally feel, can you avoid media really? No, you cannot, right? If you look at the small kids in today's time, they all are full of media content, they're on phones. They, many of the mothers have heard that my kid is not eating food, unless I show a YouTube, some cartoon or some kind of stuff on YouTube. You just see these people roaming around. So your Facebook, Twitter, etc., are always roaming around you. And what happens is anything and everything, it just goes viral. So that's the power of media. There will be a lot of debates about being ethical, non-ethical. Of course, which business doesn't have a component or a aspect of ethical and non-ethical, isn't it? But we are the ones who, no one can avoid in this industry, in this world. No one can avoid. And that's the reason I would like to call this that it is a sunrise sector and is projected to grow at a compounded annual growth of 13 to 14%. And from 2019 to 2022 and 23, the estimated reach is 43.93 billion by 2024 also. So it's like a upward trajectory for the industry. And because what happens is this industry, why we call it as a sunrise sector, because the industry is nurturing creative talent. It is giving opportunities and opportunities to lots and lots of youngsters. It is exclusively nourishing innovation. We have seen ourselves in last few years, so many new formats and concepts have come. I never knew what is gaming as a child. I knew that there were video parlors, but we never went to them unless, and we never had those iPads or handpads or laptops to work on that. And now today, like, you have mobile phones and you have games. Like in the morning, I play that Wordle game. Like, it was never there. I had to pick up a newspaper and do that my Sudoku. So that's where the innovation is happening. That's where. So it is nurturing new talent. It is giving information. It is exclusively, eminently creating industry that is nurturing young talent. And the youngsters like today, like you, are super talented, and they pick up at a where on a fingertip they are picking up things. On a fingertip they are picking up information. And for your love for communication is very, very inevitable to everyone. We all can see that how much the youngsters today love interacting, talking, but your interaction modes are different. That's okay. So the industry is actually capturing and understanding the mode what people would like to talk, the mode the way people like to interact. So that's where the creativity is. And so they're creating a lot of job offers, roles like, storyboard artists, or, prosthetic artists, or, some kind of, what do you say, automation processes artists, and etc. So lots and lots of different innovative roles are being created. And this is widening the job opportunities and lots of growth opportunities. So the media industry is actually I can call it as an umbrella sector for numerous exciting potential filled subsectors like films, television, music, publishing, radio, internet, advertising, and gaming. All of these areas are fantastic spaces for growth, and ever expanding. Would I stop watching a film ever? No, probably not. On a weekend, I would like to do. Oh, okay, guys, how many of you do a binge watch? Quickly on chat. How many of you have ever thought of binge watching? Don't you? If you yes, no one binge watches. Yes, we all. Who doesn't? Yeah, right. So that's where. How can I stop watching, you know, such kind of content? How can I actually stop watching movies? How can I stop listening to music? And so this is how the industry is constantly growing. The industry is nurturing creative talent. The industry at the same time is also helping bring in lots of job opportunities, which I'll be certainly talking to you a little later. Give me some space and time. I'll quickly talk about it. And then it is giving a lot of flexibility in terms of not just from the mundane 9 to 5 timing, but it is the entire gamut is so big that I can just quickly pick up a exercise which I want to. I can be a freelancer also. I can be a freelancer into some gaming technology. I can be a freelancer into a graphics while I am a professional in some kind of a activity. I can just connect with sports management, and I can do some kind of freelancing there. I can be a freelancer into entrepreneur entertainment industry, or I can move myself from, like, I had a career in advertising. From there I moved to print, and from there I also did a lot of work on research, that is advertising research. So I had that flexibility, and today if I want to ever think about any other media industry, I can. And I also I can connect and communicate on media, right? So that's the flexibility we have, and then it's a very high technology base. Today everything is like on the fingertip for us. So it is an industry which adapts technology at a very, very faster pace, very faster pace, and that's where innovation is happening. So this industry, once upon a time, we never called it. As I was young, I never knew that I can call it as an infotainment industry, information plus entertainment. So it is not only entertainment, it is not only information. In my childhood, we used to call it as like padhoge likho, like kheloge koodoge, banoge kharab, padhoge likhoge, banoge nawab. But today I'm okay if the kids are watching some information plus entertainment. They're learning, so that's okay, right? So this is a high technology oriented industry where your VFX, animation, graphic, rotoscoping, etc. is like happening like anything. It is proving its resilience to the world. So Indian media industry is on the cusp of a strong phase of growth, backed by a rising consumer demand and improving the revenues in the given sector. So that's where the industry is standing very tall, and it is a skill based. So we are all skill based set of people who have some skill. Someone has a interesting skill in terms of sales and marketing, or would be designing a particular product, handling the radio space, handling the television space, handling the gaming space, handling the graphic space, handling the VFX space, handling, what do you say, what all? Maybe AR and VR space, etc. So that's where it's a very, very skill-based industry, I can say. And when I talk about this industry, let me quickly show you the segments which I discussed. So segments of the sector focused in the, what do you say, the course of the study, which we offer is like, I mean, this particular space has media and entertainment. That there's music, there is film, there is print, there is OTT, there is OH, that is out of the home media. Then there is gaming, there is television, there is radio, there is digital. There's no chronological order to it. This is just randomly put to show you separately and to make you to understand. So these are a few segments of the sector focused, but they're always evolving and growing. They're always evolving and growing. So the media industry is in a transformation phase as they connect with both old, like television is there for years now, radio has been there for years and years now, but digitization is new, right? Digitization has been, so the old and new very nicely coexist in this particular industry. That's the beauty of this industry. I'm not trying to just brag around, but yes, this is the fact. This is the reality. So the composition looks like this is a very, very growing industry. And with respect to television, television, many people would say it is not, it's fading. It's not fading. If you know, 2019, when the COVID impact happened, television actually got the highest viewership because they started retelecasting your Ramayana and Mahabharata, and people actually did not have much. They connected and they could get some solace. So television gives a lot of respite from your problems and issues which you are actually facing. So television was really good. In fact, there is a show which comes on television on Star Plus, Anupama. Never ever had seen such a raving TRP for that show. It was phenomenal. When I once upon the time, maybe a month back, I just ended up getting to see the TRP of that show. So like that means people are crazy for television. When people say, "Oh, we are on digital," or we are on completely OTT, I don't agree with that. The television, print certainly had its own issues, and with the pandemic impact, it certainly had more issues. And the rural India, the way it connected with digital a little faster, print is certainly grappling to make space, but still, even they have evolved. So what happened is during the pandemic, Hindustan Times very actively, very quickly. In fact, they were in the process of doing that, but they, they rushed and they did a complete digitization of their product, and they really have done. They've worked not to lose their own subscribers, their own patrons. So that's where the print industry, is also working towards it. So the industry can be seen towards a growth trajectory. It's growing and it's growing. And when I say that, what is the advantage of your media industry? The demand is good. The internet users are expected to reach 900 million by 2025, increasing the compounded annual growth of 45% in the next 5 years. If this is going to be the scene, next, not 5 years, 3 years, if this is going to be the scene, then that's nice. So the increase will be driven by higher adoption in the rural India. So rural India, the population of India is like more than 1.3 billion, 30 billion, and rural is comprising of say 68 to 69%. So that's a phenomenal population. That's the opportunity India has, and this is where the increase will be driven by higher adoption of internet in the rural India, which has actually clocked 13% of growth, that is 299 million internet users over the past 1 year. 31% of rural population is actually getting into this entire, jumping the internet bandwagon. So small towns are currently very, very active on the internet, and they also account for a big chunk of it. And so that's how 2025, they say there will be more internet users in India than the urban India, in the rural India than the urban India. So given this digital ecosystem, we will certainly need to evolve addresses specific to the needs of the emerging demographics. Emerging demographics mean the emerging set of the rural population. Your vernacular voice and video will emerge as a game changer. So that's where the demand happens. And of course, your AVOD sector is also likely to rise by 24% to reach the 2.6 billion 2025. So if I am talking about opportunities, plethora of opportunities for us, the industry continues to be dominated, of course, by television, by post a CAGR of 27% by 2023. But that doesn't mean that the other sectors are not growing. Other sectors are equally growing. Mobile gaming market is poised to reach US dollars 7 billion by 2025. And if I'm talking about the other projections that India has, there are other verticals like cinema, movies, television, publishing, etc., are even having a very, very nice driving trend towards the business. So this is making the entire vertical unique. And since these sub-verticals compete and complement, combine to fulfill ever-increasing demand of for entertainment and information globally. I'll quickly talk about a very interesting case study. I'm not showing a video, but what you can do, you can go to the YouTube and check. So Hindustan Unilever Limited did a very interesting exercise of kan khajura tesan with a media dark market in Jharkhand. Jharkhand typically known as a media dark market. You can check on YouTube kan khajura tesan. All right. So this kan khajura tesan, the entire story is all about that they were due to poor electricity connections, they could not connect with television, same as radio, but and due to lack of literacy, the newspaper reading was also poor. So they said, what do we do? HUL is an innovator all the time in the way they communicate to the brands, communicate with their brands to the market. So what they did, they used mobile phones, and they created a unique number, a toll-free number. So someone who dials that, okay, let me tell you what is kankhajura. Kankhajura is a insect, probably called a centipede in English. So when, if it, it irritates you, आवाज करके, and probably अगर कान में घुस जाए तो आप खराब कर देगा कान. So like that's how they said that, okay, we are going to connect with the audience, with our consumers through ears, and that is mobile phones. That is what they did. And they, through a unique toll-free number, people would dial on that toll-free number and they will listen jokes, comedy, a lot of people, comedians giving their fun activities, good music. And in between, they were weaving in lots and lots of ads of Lifebuoy, Lux, Dove, Head and Shoulder, Pears, etc., etc. So what happened? The brand did phenomenal. So the reach was extraordinarily what a television or a radio or a newspaper couldn't have done. So that's where the power of media industry is, that you can innovate the way you want to, and you can reach to the masses and to the classes as well. So that's how the entire industry is all about, and it is full of attractive opportunities. The government supports the media industry, and it's a great news that from 70%, the FDI has increased to 100%. In fact, in one of his speech, our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, made a mention about the how they are working towards creating a National Excellence Center for AVGC, that is animation, visual effect, gaming, and comics. That's phenomenal. So they understand the power of media. They live politics. Everyone lives with the power of media, isn't it? So it's, and then if you see the higher investments, FDI flows to that 9.6 billion. There was a time when, Netflix was making us struggle to be a part of Indian market. To the extent, Netflix, when they came in the Indian market, they came with unique content. They had a content which was common for the rest of the world, but what they offered Indian market was very different, because they knew that Indian market is not going to consume what they offer to the rest of the world. So the video on demand concept, they had to create a new series of interesting shows. And today you see they have a lot of our demographics oriented shows in which we enjoy like anything. So OTT is equal to Netflix is like, this is how it's got the synonyms. It has got like very generic name kind of. So हम लोग अगर बोलते हैं कि OTT देख रहे नहीं बोलते तो हम लोग, we never say this, we say हम Netflix देख रहे. So okay, but I would have to correct the person. No, I'm not watching on Netflix. I'm watching on Prime Video, or I'm watching something on Sony Live. Okay, that is Netflix only. No? So this is how people associate OTT is equal to Netflix. So this is where the industry stands. And so the industry statistics are television in today's time, as on now, is 787 billion, print is 296, digital is 221, and raving and growing. Film entertainment is, of course, 1991 billions, and that's how the industry is growing. If I want to share some industry highlights, is like television households in India will continue to grow over 5% per year to cross 71% of Indian households by 2025. In 2020, Indians had the highest online video consumption per week in the world at an average of 10 hours for 54 minutes, an increase of 30% from 2019. That's phenomenal. Yes, we were at home and many people were not having any work, or they were managing their work. So that, but yes, that's how we got a small kick of growth here. In the Indian OTT revenue is expected to grow USD 13 to 15 billion by 2030 and growing at a compound annual great growth rate of 20 to 25% over the next decade. Phenomenal, because lots and lots of new app platforms have come. In 2020, Indians downloaded 9.2 billion game apps, that is 80% of entertainment app category downloads. How many of you must have played this Ludo King and all those things, isn't it? And people play Ludo King like anything. I am sure you guys must be playing Ludo. Online gaming is expected to grow at 25%, 27%, and to reach 1.155 billion by 2023. The animation and VFX segment is expected to grow by 129 billions by 2023. So if I'm talking about the media industry, let's look at in 2022, how the media industry outlook is with 5 trends driving the industry. And these trends are somewhere affect COVID-19. So what are they talking about? So they are saying that, one second. Sorry, I'm not able to. Is saying the streaming industry matures as a metrics evolve beyond subscriber and counts to the lifetime customer value, and existing business models evolved, finding great profitability and global competition. So this is where the streaming industry has evolved, giving a global competition to the world. In-person entertainment as well as the business ventures have actually, business venues that rely on it will be faced at a greater pressure to go beyond simple bringing people out of their pandemic cocoons. We all are still stuck in the typical pandemic cocoon, and differentiating itself from the living room. So the in person entertainment as well as businesses and venues that rely on it will be faced a great pressure to go beyond simply bringing. So that's where the what I should say, the industry has taken up the responsibility. Social media, the largest digital aggregator of humanity, found itself at a turning point, moving to build out the next generation of retail shopping. If you go on Facebook and you see there's a live market, it's a proper marketplace. You go to IBA, you go to Shoppers Darbar, and you see the way products are being sold. So that's the way digital social media has evolved. So social commerce has gone at a very different level in today's time. The sudden rise of NFTs and their success in bringing scarcity and exclusivity to digital goods is driving new models of customer engagement and loyalty. Still, there is a lot of it's in doldrums, but yes, there is some buzz about it. And it is leading to more digital product innovation with greater empowerment for their creators and fuller realization of the grand ambitions of for blockchain, cryptocurrency, and decentralized web. So all of these are new technology, new words which you are getting to listen, rather which you probably already know. So they all are leading towards, which I said in the beginning, the industry is called as a sunrise sector. Why? Because there's constant innovation happening. And these are the 5 trends which are going to drive the industry 2022 to reach at those billion figures, which I'm talking about 23 and 25. So each of these trends are slowly marching humanity closer towards the metaverse or metaverses, where people will spend more of their time in immersive social digital worlds. And digital world will be drawn across the physical world. So this is how it is going to change. So these are the 5 trends which are driving the industry. So when I'm talking about the industry, let me quickly give you a glance of PGDM Media and Entertainment at V-School. So at V-School, we offer a 2-year full-time master's program, which is approved by AICTE, of course. And the course prepares students to become business managers, and leaders within the media and entertainment edge, right? So when I'm talking about the courses preparing students to become business managers and leaders, you go to any industry, you go to hospitality, you go to healthcare, you go to retail. How can you ignore the media aspect in that? And with digital innovation and with enough technology innovation, M&E, media and entertainment, is actually giving a brighter edge in making the entire world understand the different business sectors very effectively. They're the communicators to the world. So the synergistic PGDM and media and entertainment program is aimed at developing highly effective media business management professionals. So you understand the entire nuances of the industry sector, you understand the business gamut of different verticals, and then you can get it's a media and entertainment edge. So the unique structure, the course and the choice of career, which I would like to talk about, is like the structure gives you a perspective of what is general management, gives you an understanding of the overall media and entertainment sector, strategic management, that is how effectively strategizing business, managing business, developing analytical frameworks, and having a perspective of creating new designs. Tomorrow, you could be the innovator of a new media product. And of course, doing law cases, HUL conjuratation. Similarly, this gives an understanding that how in the past communication has been evolved and got innovated, and how in the new era what we can do the best. So the 2-year full-time master level program spreading across 6 trimesters, of which including GCL, a very, very unique learning opportunity, that is Global Citizen Leaders. And I'll talk about it a little later. Specialized workshops, experiential learnings, elective and brand communication, media technology in sync with industry requirements. That's how. And of course, our course is certainly guided by very eminent people from the media and entertainment sector, who are our board of advisories and board of academics, and who are very, very eminent and who have done enough, have spent enough and more time in the industry, and now are there with us to guide us that how the sector should be, how the educational process for the students should be developed in the sector. So we offer different, the students are getting opportunities to carve their career, the best career for themselves at by taking roles into marketing, sales, business development, PR, corporate communication, research, digital strategy, business brand communication, being an analyst, into content management. So these are the unique roles where you can get an opportunity to work for. And with how this will effectively happen when you will step into the world of work, what will support you is the program pedagogy. The lectures, which are not the boring, mundane lectures, which are very innovative in nature, lots and lots of industry research projects, the audiovisual sessions, workshops, the GCL process project itself, which is again a unique exercise where we connect with the industry mentors, industry live, and take their problem statements, dwell into it, spend time on it, and try giving them one of the best finest solutions. At the end, at the same time, develop ourselves, evolve ourselves within as a team, learning great leadership qualities and how we can work in teams and how we can become a leader, and how we can create a brighter space for ourselves in the industry. SIRP. So this unique exercise happened as pandemic hit. It many places, a lot of innovation happened. So students got a unique opportunity to conduct a lot of research along with their internship projects. So they did an proper research project where they got more opportunity to know various industry spaces. We constantly have lectures by eminent speakers, case studies like from Harvard and places we are spending enough time with the students doing discussing various case studies. We have live industry projects with, and then we have mentoring, of very detailed mentoring with students where we conduct their assessments and we do a lot of development with them, and a lot of handholding is also done in terms of grooming them during their placement process and on-field learning visits. Last but not least, not getting the industry, we got the industry in our laptops and made sure that they are interacting with our students. So this is how the industry immersion happens offline, but online also we were not less. The life at we school is like full of fun when the students are on campus, the students are back on campus, and it gives a very happy feeling for us. So it's always, nice, chirpy, bright faces to see, which we'll get to see each and every year. And lots of hope in their eyes and a lot of new ideas in their mind. That's how they create and carve a beautiful space for themselves. They discuss, they innovate, they fight, they interact, they, deliberate over new different things, and that's how they evolve with solutions. And they are hackathons, they participate in various hackathons, and that's how they learn how to discuss a situation and come out with a very, very interesting solution. We don't only study, we entertain ourselves. During pandemic, we made sure we entertain each other and we spend time each other with a lot of singing and shairi, etc., etc., jokes, and also we did not miss that opportunity. And we were always connected with each other for all small things, and we spent some evenings interacting with each other. In fact, we have been getting a lot of international intervention opportunities. We recently had an opportunity to connect with the University of Stuttgart in Germany, and our students have been interacted with the students there, and mutually they have given presentations and appreciated and admired each other's work. Our recruiters, I'm sure this is the most awaited slide which you have on mind. So we have these bright recruiters with us who have, vested their interest and showed trust in us this year also. So this is where these are the recruiters. These are more recruiters who recruit us for in summer internships as well as final placements. So the roles which the students were hired this year, that is this year, were for digital strategy, media sales, ad sales, content curation, strategy, client servicing, social media marketing, research insights, communication specialists, PR advertising, business analysts, campaign management. So these are the roles our students were hired for. And thank you from my side. It's all open for your questions. Mr. Puneet, how do we anchor the questions? Should I pick up from here or?
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now we'll ask the students to type in their questions on the chat bar.
Yeah, there are ample questions. So
Correct.
Can I take one by one? How do I go about?
Yes, ma'am. You can take it one by one.
Okay, so I'll go up and see how, when it started. So yes, ma'am, what are the job profiles we can expect? I shared with you the job profiles. Admission for the offline application, you will be guided well by the admission department. The team is there, which will answer. And application form for 2 years full time is available. The information has already come from the team. Will cut off for PGDM and media entertainment go down? Again, my admission team will take care of it. So that's what it is. And so lots and lots of question on the cutoff rate is they're talking about. Yes, it is even famous for younger groups. Thank you, Meghna, talking about Anupama. Yes, I mean, the TRP was phenomenal there. How many seats are available? Admission department will talk about it. Do people get placed in M&E companies? Yes, of course, Mohammed. Mohammed Izar Ahmed. Yes, they get placed in media entertainment companies also. It's by your choice. So we have a plethora of companies who are from various sectors and verticals within media, also from various verticals, and they are there who offer their job opportunities. At the same time, from other diverse sectors also, they require media people to become the part of their team. What's the average and highest placement? So the average placement this year has so far, I mean, almost done with the placements. So it's gone to 9.5 and the highest is 12 lakhs for the media and entertainment. So if you're looking for a scope, I think it's scope a little bit less. Okay. Mr. Puneet, I think I've taken all the courses. Most of them are asking the similar questions.
Correct, ma'am. So there's one question like, is this course, apt for the more experienced people, say 5 years and experience, more than 5 years of experience? I mean, is it a good course for them?
Sorry, I didn't get it. Is it upstairs there?
Okay. No, someone is asking Mohammed. I think Mohammed is asking like, is this course okay for someone who is having a work experience of more than 5 years?
Is the course app for more 5 years? Tell you in today's era, when it's a typical era where anyone can get into any area, any space, whenever he or she is keen on, and every time is the right time to learn. So 5 years you have not wasted, you have invested where you have developed a perspective for yourself. So if you are very, be giving you a nice guideline or carve a path for you to enter the space and make a career there, it will work for you. It should not be a problem.
All right. So, ma'am, there's one more question from Harsh. He's asking like, what kind of skill sets are required to join media program? Do you look something very differently in a student's like academics wise or maybe some experience wise for this program?
See, when students come here with any of for PGDM program, be it a media or be it retail, the first and foremost we look for entire understanding of the sector is our diverse experience. So your communication skills should be good, and you should be in fact, I just want to leave about the communication skill. If you have the right spirit and interest to learn, you're the right person. That's it, I would like to say. Netra, the media industry, when you start a career in the media industry, you talk with anyone. You can speak to, if you get an opportunity, ever speak, ask them that at what amount they started their career in media. The industry initially pays little less, but the galloping rate, you actually, the way it gallops, your bank balance and salaries increase. And today they need skilled people. So placement rate with one of the companies is gone beyond 12, I think. Yes, it's 12 point, almost it's touched 13. So that's a good start for anyone in the media industry. And yes, if you're looking at, but if it's something like someone like Amazon wants to hire you into content, can always pay you a very good phenomenal package. So it depends how you put yourself, how you project yourself, and how you work towards it. Mr. Puneet?
Yeah, so ma'am, there's one question from Hafiz. He's saying, I'm from non-engineering background and very keen on taking gaming as my career. So after doing media and entertainment program, can I end up in some gaming sector?
See, here, if you're talking about, we are not going to teach you the technology aspect of gaming. which you will have to sit and develop and evolve by doing some short-term courses, etc. But the connect with the industry will certainly be supported with you, and the business perspective, the commercial perspective, of course, we will be certainly guiding you that how the industry gaming sector works, what are the business opportunities, how do you strategize, how do you understand the sector, and how do you create a path for yourself. So if you are per se interested only into designing and developing a gaming, that's of course you will have to get into the technology. But yes, there are a lot of other things which you need to get into gaming. What I know about these Rummy Club and what is that, Ludo King, etc. They need a huge team to manage their business. In fact, they are hiring a lot of celebrities to talk about their business. They are making a lot of people, getting a lot of people on board to run their business. So they need a lot of people for business development also, because they know that they are in demand. So there is another angle to it. But you are wanting to design and develop a game, that's a different scene altogether.
All right, ma'am. So most of the questions have been answered now. So there are some questions related to admission, so I can guide the students with the same, right? So students, the application forms are live. You can go to velinka.org. We've already posted one message on the chat box, right? You can see that link. So we are accepting CMAT scores as well. You can appear for CMAT examination, and GDPI will happen in the next coming weeks. So we are coming up the dates as well, right? And students who have not selected their choice for media and entertainment program, I mean, forms once submitted, it cannot be edited now, but you can still write an email to the PG app. The email ID is there on your application form. So stating that you would like to, select your preference as media and entertainment program, whatever it is, you can just mark an email, right? Any other questions? If you have related to admissions, do let me know right now. We will be happy to help you with this answers. We will get separate mail related to GDPR. Yes, we'll be sending out notifications once the GDPR process has been started. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful insights about the program and the industry. We hope all the students have acquired the required knowledge. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, and wishing everyone a very good career and a bright future. Thank you. Do I log out, Mr. Puneet?
Yes, ma'am, you can log out, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right.